So what you need to do is fill up that quadrant, work on the things, personal development, physical, your career, those things. Fill up there, and then a man has somewhere to attract. There's something to hit, there's something to attract him. And you're loving improving yourself. So your life gets better anyway as a single person because you are working on improving yourself.
When 50-year-old women, 60-year-old women, 40-year-old women come to your course and say, the men I know, the single men I know date younger, way younger. Don't date, they just don't date up. They don't date their age. What advice do you give them?
Well, don't date them, for one. We're not going to be knocking at those doors. Like, I'm just not going to knock at those doors. That's like chasing an unavailable man. That's no different than chasing a man that's married. So we're not going to focus on those. We're going to focus on you and how, and also in a therapeutic session, I would ask, so what do you think that means about you, that they don't want you?
Right.
Because if a woman is walking around with that, they're actually saying, a man doesn't want me.
Or what does it say about
with
them,
me?
Who only date women who are 20 years younger?
I don't need to talk about them.
Okay.
Because I'm not dating them. I don't have anything to do with them. We're only going to talk about you.
So quit whining is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, we're not, because we focus on them. What do you want? You want to focus on what you want what you don't want.
Very important. Do you believe in having a dream box?
I do believe in having a dream box, but it must be general enough. If it's too specific, then you go into one of the mistakes, and that's expectations in a date. You think, oh, this is going to be the one. This is good. Look, he's got the car, he's got the house, he's got the thing, he's got everything. It's going to be the one. And then you're a nervous wreck the whole date. The date is a disaster. You don't notice that he's actually a pig, but he's got all those other great things. Right. Because your expectations are so high. So what you want is a general, you want a man who's going to be kind. You can say loves cooking and a sense of humor, generous, you know, has children, doesn't have children, like
plays
those
golf,
kind of
doesn't play golf,
is sporty, is into personal development, is into spirituality, those kind of things. You know, have them and slip it in your wallet. I had one in my wallet. I forgot to put cooking, and he doesn't know how to cook. Oh well.
You got one who doesn't cook. How did you get into this lifestyle coaching and this whole area of happy, sexy you?
Well, I was married, divorced, and single in my 30s for a long time. For about 7 years, I was single, and I dated a lot. There was no shortage of dates, but I didn't like anybody. So I went through a string of like, something's wrong. Okay, the pattern is I don't like anybody. That's my problem. There's something wrong going on here. So I started to explore, what is it that what am I doing? What's my pattern? And so it was a self-exploration that I started. And that's what got me into it. And then I went back to school and did my counseling degree. And I just I believe people should be in a relationship if they want to be and can be.
Exactly.
And can have fun and freedom and joy and passion in a relationship. I really believe that. So I work with people getting into a relationship. I also work people while they're in to keep it going and keep that connection that we all want so badly.
Very important, because nothing is probably better in the world than a great connection. And when you have a complete life, they have a complete life, and you have a life together, and there's joy and happiness and fun and all of that.
Yes, and it's a lot about balance.
And do you work with people who are in relationship and it's faltered, the chemistry has died,
I do. I work
dream
with,
box has emptied?
Yes, couples. I have one new couple, they're about 18 months in, and now it's falling apart. The romance is gone. The honeymoon phase is over.
The butterfly stage?
It's over.
Gone.
Yes, and so that's one example. I also have a couple that have been together for 20 years, and now they're trying to revamp it, and they're committed to fixing it, even though they thought it was dead over.
Right. Somebody said to me, well, if you have to work on a relationship, you don't have a relationship.
Well, that means you don't have a body if you don't have to work on your body. It's the same thing. If you think you don't have to work on your relationship, you won't have one.
And learn the lesson from the relationship, or what does this mean?
Yes. Yeah, and ask, what am I here for? What am I going through these struggles with this man or woman for? What is it for me? What can I learn from it?
Well,
Not, I think you should change and I'll have a better life, but what can I do differently?
Well, and I always think if you can chill and relax and say, this too shall pass.
Yes.
It's only Wednesday
yes.
or Tuesday. And, you know, I can't stand him today, but tomorrow I may love him madly.
Because you loved him madly on Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yes.
So let's remember how I felt about him in the beginning.
Yes.
And there must have been a reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I heard a line in a movie the other day called Paris Je t'aime. And the line was, I pretended to be a man in love, and then I became a man in love.
Well,
sometimes you have to do that.
You have to do that. I
Yes.
believe that. You have to believe it, you have to see it, you have to envision it, but you have to pretend. Sometimes you have to
Sometimes
fake
you
it.
do. Yes, you do. Yes,
Right?
you do.
And
if
if
it's
the
worth
feeling
faking
comes
it.
back.
Yes, absolutely. And we sometimes make it about the fact that they can't cook, or they don't do enough sports, or they're not fit enough, or they don't make enough money, or I don't like their socks. We can make it about, or I don't like their friends. We can always make it about that.
Sure. No, I
But
think
it's
we
just-
fix us.
Yes, absolutely.
And then they fix.
And that's so powerful. If all I have to do is do something with myself, I have all the power. I don't have to try to, you can't change someone else. It's so disempowering.
What do you say to women who say to you, I would much rather be with my girlfriends, my great girlfriends, than with a man I'm not crazy about. I'd just rather be alone.
Well,
I hear that all the time.
I would
It's
wonder.
so much better.
I would wonder why they're paying me. For
Well,
one.
that
That'd
too.
be my first question. So why are you paying? Why are we sitting here?
Save your money.
Yes, exactly. And secondly, is that's part of their. What are they getting out of their girlfriends? You know, what are they filling up with their girlfriends that they think they cannot connect with a man in that way? You know, we need our girlfriends. We absolutely, a man or a partner cannot fill every single slot in us. But you also need to know that you may be pouring everything into your girlfriend relationship and saving nothing for the man in your life. So there's no room. There's no room for your man. You have girlfriends, sports, health, and your job.
Right.
And then where does the man go?
So
Where
you
does the
have to make
relationship go?
room for a little sex in the city.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, even Carrie had some trouble finding sex in
She
the
did.
city, as you recall.
She did. I would have loved to have her as a
I
as a
bet
client.
you would. Yes, well, this
She
is
was my favorite.
This has been fun. So we can
Thank you
find
so
you
much.
at Happy Sexy You.
Yeah, and Paradigms Transformation.
ParadigmsTransformation.com.
.com, both .com. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Lisa de Lusignan.